Hi, my friends. I'm洪岩, come from Guangxi Normal University. Today, let's learn together time of shipment in letter of credit. This course, I call it time of shipment in the letter of credit. Letter of credit, in short, we call it L/C. Sometimes we read it as LC. First, let's see why should we learn time of shipment. Because time of shipment is a very important field in letter of credit. It's very important. It will affect three aspects of the international business or international trading. It will affect first aspect, that is the time of shipment in the business of international trading. And second aspect, it will affect the payment in the international trading. And the third, it will affect the relationships between the exporters and importers in the international business. As for time of shipment in SWIFT LC, SWIFT letter of credit, the format MT700, and according to the documentary UCP 600, there are two types of time of shipment in the letter of credit. The first, that is latest date of shipment. The second, that is shipment period. So let's go on to learn them one by one. The first one, latest date of shipment. Okay, let's see this picture. On this picture, there is this phrase, latest date of shipment, and under this line, there is 6 numbers here, that is 14, 12, 10. So in the letter of credit, the date should be filled in like this way. Use YYMMDD. And here 14, 12, 10 refers to this date, December 10th of 2014. This is the latest date of shipment. It means the last date. The last date you have to load your product to the ship. And then let's use the calendar to illustrate this latest date of shipment, 14, 12, 10. Look at this calendar. The 10 is the specific day of December 2014. This is the latest date of shipment. And also here we suppose the date of expiry is 14, 12, 31st. That is 31st December 2014. Okay, this is the first kind of time of shipment in the letter of credit, that is latest date of shipment. Then let's go on to learn the second type of time of shipment in the letter of credit, that is shipment period. Just like just now we have learned the latest time of shipment, latest date of shipment. Here we also look at a picture. This picture shows us here shipment period, but here not only give us a specific day, but also there is an expression that is on or about 15/03/15. Actually, there are 8 such expressions, such English expressions of shipment period. Let's analyze these 8 English phrases one by one, and to figure out which days is the shipment period. So let's see the first expression, on or about YYMMDD. When you see this kind of expression here in this picture, that is on or about 15/03/15, when you figure out or calculate the period of the shipment, and you have to include this day and then count 5 days before this day and count another 5 days after this day. So totally the shipment period is 11 days in this situation for this English expression. Okay, next let's use a calendar to illustrate this period of shipment. In the calendar here, if you see this expression on or about 15/03/15, here the shipment period should be from 10th to 20th in March 2015. So here we could know from 10th to 20th, that is 11 days. And then let's go on to see the second expression, that is to until to YYMMDD or from YYMMDD. And in this expression here, we have to notice that YYMMDD should be included in this shipment period. Let's see here to until 15/03/15, and also here from 15/03/15. Let's use a calendar to illustrate the understanding of this kind of expression about shipment period. And also we suppose the date of expiry of the letter of credit, that is 15/03/31, refers to the date 31st March 2015. And as for this expression to until 15/03/15, from 15/03/15, here this day, the 15th, should be included in this period of time. Then let's go on to the third expression about shipment period, that is after YYMMDD. In this situation, YYMMDD is excluded. That means shouldn't be included in this shipment period. Let's use this as an example, after 15/03/15 as an example. And also we use the calendar to illustrate our understanding about these periods of time of shipment. Here we also suppose the date of expiry, that is 15/03/31. And in the calendar we could know here, this day, 15th March 2015, shouldn't be included in this period of time. And this period of time should be from 16th to 31st of March 2015. And then let's go on to see the fourth expression about shipment period, that is first half of a month. Here you have to remember or to note that if you see this kind of expression, first half of a month, it means from the 1st to 15th of the month. Here we use this expression, first half of March, as an example to illustrate this principle. And in the calendar, also here we suppose the date of expiry, that is 15/03/31, and then here first half of March refers to March the 1st to March 15th of 2015. Okay, let's go on to see the fifth way of expression about shipment period, that is second half of a month. And in these situations, you have to remember that here the period of time refers to from 16th to the last day of the month. And also we use the expression second half of March as an example to illustrate this period of time. Here we use a calendar just like this. Second half of a month, from 16th to the last day. Here, why that is last day? Because in the month of February maybe 20. It may be have 28 days or 29 days, and also other months they will maybe have 30 days or 31 days. So we don't specify the specific days. Here we just use the last day. And then the 6 ways of expression about shipment period, that's the beginning of a month. And here in this division, in the letter of credit, if you see this kind of expression, beginning of a month, it refers to from the first day to the 10th day of the month. Let's take beginning of March as an example to illustrate the understanding about this principle, this expression. Okay, let's see this calendar. Beginning of March, it refers to from the 1st March to 10th March. And also here you have to know, or we suppose that the date of expiry, that is 15/03/31. That is to say that the expiry date of the letter of credit, that is here 31st March 2015. And let's go on to learn the 7th way of shipment period expression, that is middle of a month. This you have to remember that period of time is from 11th to 20th of the month. And also look at the letter of credit. We take middle of March as an example and use the calendar to illustrate the principle of this expression, middle of a month. Here refers to from 11th March to 20th March of the year 2015. And also we suppose here date of expiry of the letter of credit, that is 15/03/31. And I go on to learn the 8th way of expressions, English expressions about shipment period, that is from end of a month. So here you have to remember is that this expression refers to the date from 21st to the last day of the month. And also we use this expression end of March as an example to illustrate the principle of these expressions of the period of time as the time of shipment. Here is the illustration. Refers to 21st to the last day, and the last day here in March it is 31. If the last day for February, that is also maybe 28 or 28th or 29th, or in other months, for example in April, that is 30th, and in May, that is 31st. And also this is the 8 ways of shipment period. So summary, today we have learned 2 aspects about time of shipment. The first, that is latest date of shipment. The second, that is shipment period. So you have to remember that as for shipment period, there are 8 English expressions, and you have to understand them, remember them, which days they should be included or should be excluded, and how many days is the period of time in this shipment period. Today we stop here. Thank you all. Bye bye.